Justin Trudeau is dealing with one challenging partner right now in the Charlevoix, but when he gets back home, there's a new neighbor to contend with.
I've also spoken with Prime Minister Trudeau.
Today, Doug Ford sounded like an ally.
I said we'll stand united against our neighbors to the south, and I'm very sincere when I say that.
But while Trudeau seemed to sincerely get along with Kathleen Wynne, there is clearly plenty of acrimony between some federal Liberals and Doug Ford.
He is incapable of governing.
Why people would embrace such a manifestly obvious, unqualified candidate for premier.
And some of Ford's goals could derail Trudeau's agenda.
We're going to scrap the carbon tax.
We know that putting a price on carbon pollution drives improvements.
Trudeau's plan to fight climate change involves every province putting a price on carbon. And if they don't, the Prime Minister says he'll impose it.
Which puts them on a kind of a collision course.
I think they're going to be in for a fight. They're going to be in for a fight, certainly in Ontario.
Great pleasure.
Trudeau's environment minister, though, is vaguely optimistic.
People say things during the election. I guess we will see what the plan is.
Then there's healthcare.
Well, I don't believe in safe injection areas.
But the federal government is the one who approves supervised injection sites, and Trudeau's Liberals believe they save lives. And the big news from the last federal budget that the Liberals are eyeing national pharmacare as a pledge in the next election. If Trudeau's plan requires buy-in, especially money from the provinces, it's not clear Ford would be interested in that either.
In some ways, Ford may have benefited from having Trudeau's carbon tax to campaign against. In 2019, though, the roles will be reversed. So will Ford be a useful foil for Trudeau to campaign against, or just the guy who foils his plans? Catherine Cullen, CBC News, Ottawa.
Okay, so that change from red to blue is sure to put federal-provincial relations to the test, and Trudeau could have some more problems to contend with, too.
The fact that a 15-year-old government in Ontario was kicked out so dramatically, down to 7 seats, does that bode poorly for you?
I don't see any valid comparison.
Quebec's Liberal Party is going into an election this fall, and Premier Philippe Couillard is trailing in popular support. But the province will also be key to the federal Liberals' 2019 re-election strategy. Alberta's NDP premier will fight for re-election next spring. Trudeau and Rachel Notley are close allies on the pipeline file right now, but
stand up to the Trudeau Liberals and defend Alberta.
Rival Jason Kenney has already promised a more antagonistic approach to Trudeau should his unified Conservative Party win power.